Okay, so this is going to be a drawing video of mine because I want to discuss something in relation to a thing that people are doing at the theaters. Because at the time I record this, a Minecraft movie is still in theaters, and it's there's been recent cases of some people causing a ruckus when they hear those iconic words, chicken jockey. So what I'm gonna do is draw a chicken jockey in this sketchbook and give it a little bit of marker work, and we'll be good to go. So first I'm just gonna, yeah, there we go. What is this? Okay, yeah, no, I know for sure that must be. Yeah, this, I don't know about this image in particular. I'm not gonna be using that one. It's this one. That's the reference photo I'm gonna be using for the most part. I technically wouldn't need any reference photos, but you know, it's good to be sure. Okay. I think this angle is a bit better. One thing that's very important to do when it comes to art, especially if you're a beginner, is to draw your lines lightly. And there's a technique for that called a chicken scratch. So there's that going on. I'll turn off this mouse to save battery. Hopefully I have enough storage on my phone to do this in one take. I thought the actual fight with the chicken jockey was kind of cool, honestly, kind of funny. Especially with the part where the baby zombie fake cries. Yeah, it's... Yeah, from my experience, a Minecraft movie was definitely a wild ride. Not to the degree of whatever people are doing in the movie theaters right now, but yeah. A couple cases where there's a case of somebody trying to remember what they did. I know they sent in a live chicken. Next thing you know, they're gonna be tried for grave robbing. Dig up the corpse of an actual kid. Try to turn a dark meme into a reality. Sometimes when I do hands, I use my hands as reference. So yeah, just the right finger. I'm not saying this like it's an uncommon thing to do amongst artists where they use their hands to, you know, get proper hand reference. It's not uncommon. It's just something worth pointing out, I suppose. It's I don't even know if this is a good artist technique in general. Oops. I technically don't need this computer to be on all the time. I was just looking at the image of the baby zombie. It's he looks like an old person, which I guess is fitting considering zombies are corpses, and yeah. I like the boots on that guy. That's pretty good. Oh right, I forgot I turned it off to save battery. Trying to see what other references there are. Okay, one thing I do want to know, a little bit distracted, but I'll get back on shape. What is going on with this? Chickens don't like showers. Showers, our staff don't like them either. I have a bad feeling about this image in general. Oh god, they even made a shirt out of it. I guess what I was trying to look for is an image of the chicken, the full body chicken, not just the image of the kid hugging the chicken. No, I don't think I need this mouse to be on. Let's see if there are any images of the There we go. There's an image of a chicken with their mouth open. Sorry, there's just an ant right there. Anyways. My original idea for the eyes, I don't know if I'm gonna follow through, but my original idea for the eyes was to mimic how they're done in the movie, because if I could just show you. I think in the movie the eyes are done a little bit like this, but yeah. I don't think I am gonna follow through with that. It's just ideas. There, I think you can see it better. I can't with these ants, I'm sorry. On the desk anyways. Alright, now to focus back on the jockey with this. Really for the face. And the rest of the head. So I'm gonna stop recording for a bit and finish up on or tweak the details of the face, since I don't know, I just feel like I don't like it that much. Alright, so change the face up a little bit, and I think what I'm gonna do next is try to fix the pose of the running chicken, just because I feel like it could have improved. I guess we'll get rid of the other images since I don't really need them. The consensus for creating a video about the chicken jockey stuff that's been going on across movie theaters in this country is because there's an internet personality by the name of Movie Daddy, who is a former movie theater employee, and will give out videos about the way people behave in movie theaters, not necessarily going into the psychological aspect of why they do the things they do, but just to address them. And recently he came out of his internet retirement to talk smack about Chicken Jockey, and more so to people being little primitive freaks about it. And out of my hair. Alright, I think I'm good to go for the drawing itself. Normally I would make it big, because there's another drawing I'm working on that's about Shiver from Splatoon, and one thing I want to do with this art book is this sketch pad of mine is to create bigger illustrations so they fill up the whole page, and it's also a neat way to save marker space, because I did try to. I have the sketchbook actually. I'll show you. Do I? Yeah, no, I do. It's over here actually. this is what I use to test out my markers and see which one works when I'm attempting to do a character. And these are all things for something focused on Teenage Robot, but when I tried to do the illustration, yeah, I kind of bit off a bit more than I could chew. I'm redrawing this in a digital form because I do like the concept of this, but other than that, it's just, this is now what I use to test colors. Like any good artist trying to screw with markers should. Speaking of, if your markers do leak from one page to another, my best advice to give you is, since I did bring with that other sketchbook, I may as well show what I would do. It's easy as pie. There. There, it's something a little bit like this. So, yeah, so it only leaks through to the cover, in a way. Yeah, that's all I really have for the line art of this image. I think the next logical step is actually to retrace this image in pen, since I'm already complete, so I'll just move this out of the way and get started on the pen work. I have plenty of pens to choose from. I think some of them are about to die on me. Pen. I'm just gonna, I guess we'll do a 2-in-1 and use this page to test out which pen I think will work best. So I'll just put these 5 in action. I know they're all practically the same, but I think what also matters is the amount of ink in your cartridge, so I'll just label each of these. I think the hair is going to be a bit of an interesting thing because, you know, I did the hair in pencil strokes, and I'm going to do the same thing in the line art with pen strokes, but one of those things you have to think about, because usually whenever I do stuff with pen, it's sometimes leaks over. No, not leaks over, that's not the word I'm looking for. It's still wet-ish by the time I erase it. So as soon as I'm done with the pen, I'm probably gonna not sleep on it, but wait until the entire pen dries or something. I think I'm good. focus. It's that time of the year when the ants are looking for food. What do the ears look like on the movie Zombie? There, it's better. Can't really get a good image. Yeah. Oh wait, no. This could work. Yeah, it's just your typical ear. I don't know what I was doing otherwise. I think making the ears big was a pretty bad call, but that's about it. Honestly, this chicken that I'm drawing, it's feels more like a second draft, not a second draft, just a draft for a "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared" character, because I don't think the feet are supposed to look like this. But I was trying to go for a playful, cartoony-ish vibe for the chicken jockey illustration. Like, for example, the baby zombie was just gonna lean a lot forward and almost like the captain of a ship, or no, I don't remember the application name, the name for a sailor that looks out for land, but I don't know, something. It was just like when that guy leans in to get a good look at the land that the captain in the ship is about to crash into for whatever reason, plunder that booty. Alright, I think the pen work is done. I'm just gonna wait for it to dry, and then grab out my markers and actually wait. Actually, I gotta. You know what? It's alright. I can. Is it alright? I'm at a loss. Screw it, I'll just go in there with a few lines. So, a few lines that stick out a bit more than the others. What type of mode do you think the Minecraft movie would be? Because it's definitely in survival mode, but would there be like some sort of respawn process? I don't know, I'm asking dumb questions. I think it's every real person that enters the Minecraft world in the movie would be playing hardcore mode from the get-go. Anyways, I think this looks alright. Maybe add a little shirt, V-neck or a U-neck, and I think we're alright for the most part. Just gotta wait for this to dry, and maybe it'll be time to. The reason why I'm gonna be waiting for a little bit is because I want to make sure the ink fully sets. I know it's like a completely stupid thing, since but I don't know. I just feel like it's the best step. So I'm gonna let this cool for a bit. I don't know, but I'll do markers in a bit. I'll get this thing out. So I decided to change the angle a bit because I draw with my right hand, obviously, and if I position the camera on the same side as I draw, you're not really gonna see me like actually draw. So anyways, it's now time to erase all of this. I think that doesn't look too bad. We need to add a extra line here. Alright, now that I have the pencil erased in the pen, it's the only thing that's showing up. Now the next step is to get out my markers. this mouse pad out of the way. Grab out this side and just get busy. Now I also need some reference. Gotta get my computer again. And also So, looking at the reference image of the chicken jockey and Swole Glory, I can pick up some more details. There we go. Nice thing about this computer is that can be positioned like this. Anyways, make sure you thing with my chair. Anyways, looking at the reference image, the jockey is puke green, so I'm gonna need some pale green colors. Oh, you're shitting me. There. I think I struck gold with this first color, but I don't know. I'll just see what else there is. 74. Looking at 175 right now, it's definitely a bit more on the blue side, but maybe when it dries. Yeah, this is too light. Sure, why not? Yeah, that's definitely not gonna work. Anyways. back. And the closest I'm gonna get is maybe 166 with a mix of 175, but another thing I do is I mix colors together, so let's see. Yep, leaking through. Honestly, I'm just gonna say screw it and go with 166 to 175. Closest thing to puke green as I can get for this guy. Next, the hair. The hair looks black with hints of brown in it, so I'm not gonna jump to black immediately since it is the overpowering. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for some more gray colors. I'll see what this collection, green gray, says. Mix that in with any brown will do. Okay, yeah, no, it's lighter color. Yeah, no, this is too powerful too. There we go. There. But maybe I'll try a GG5 next. No, this is 7. Oh, my screen turned off. That's fine. You know what? I'm going with this. GG5 it is. Next, where the covers of this are always missing. It always throws me off from the loop. think this is the best one so far. I mean, it mixes well. The shirt figured out. I think for the shirt, since it is just a light cream color, how do I powder this on? Powder this on is gonna be nightmares. I hate technology sometimes. All right. Alright, anyways, as I was saying, for the shirts, considering the typical Steve and Zombie clothing is some teal with teetering on the edge of dark purple, I think, for the shirt and pants. All I have to do for the shirt is turn to, actually for both I'm going to turn to a previous page, the Jenny page. 68 I'm going to go for the shirt. Turquoise blue. So I go for deep violet. Just a thought. There. Try this for fun. Yeah, no, I'm getting hurt myself. I got ultramarines. Yeah, no. You know what, I'll just go for brilliant blue anyways. It's not the best color, but it's something's gotta go down. Okay, yeah, the boots are dark brown to a degree. try mixing 92 with, actually before I mix it with the same thing as I'm doing with the Hair GG5. Yeah, 92 was my best bet. Put these back. Always checking the time every once in a while, since, yeah. Also making sure that my camera doesn't turn off for lack of storage. I don't know, I think these colors are just incompatible when mixed together. I think maybe I'll use 102 for the eyes, because hold on, I think I got the computer again. Yeah, somehow I think that's cyan. Not cyan, but a dark umber blue to a degree, so maybe I'll use some of the cool grays for this. Maybe I'll put the two together. Seven for the outline and 4 for the That's weird enough to almost work, but maybe I'll turn the Jockey's eyes into a highlight. Or maybe not, maybe I'll just stick with this. So I think we have the colors for the Jockey figured out, and as for the chicken itself, it should be pretty simple. I mean, forget what the name of the thing dangling off the chicken's beak is going to be, so I'm going to stop recording for now and finish up with the coloring, and I'll be back in a tick. Okay, now that I have my colors figured out, I think the last step in this process is just going to use all the markers on the drawing. And I think for the blacks inside the chicken's eyes, I'm not going to do what's done in the movie and give it realistic eyes. I think I'm just going to color in the eyes with my pen. Also because if I use the black marker, it's, I don't know, I just feel like it's going to leak a bit. Just an afterthought. I think for the, looking at my sheet now, I think if I You know, it's okay. I can use 44 and both that and 25 to do a defeat. Ah, shit. You know, it's alright. I'll color in the eyes for the zombie too. Funny, I didn't even think about the mouth at first, but it's alright. I'll just mix the spring dim green for one of the cool grays and I'll be settled. Let me just... This is why it usually takes me a bit before I get into the process of drawing, because as you can obviously see, pen's starting to leak out a bit. It's alright, I'll try to make this work. Maybe I'll just do this in little pokes. Yeah, I think if I do it in little pokes, it's gonna be better because, you know. Lime green is cleared. I hate how it's looking for some of my pen strokes. But it's all done for now. Next. Just get the boots out of the way. Yeah, there we go. It's gonna be better for me in the long run. Come on. Alright, my marker's good. I say my marker's good because my Jenny illustration had they really were accidental splatters, and that was a result of this red pen leaking. Make sure, yeah, you can see it now. It had a bit of a leaky moment in there. Broken down car that it is, but yeah. There you go, Jenny. You may as well use her hair to color in this shirt. I don't need to do the pants, but you know what, never mind. I do. What else was I going to write the hair? If I had to, something I've been thinking about is, if I had to criticize a Minecraft movie for anything, it would be the message about creativity almost sort of gets lost in the grand scale of the movie. I mean, I don't know, maybe the movie's idea and my idea of creativity are a little bit mixed up. I just feel like the whole creativity aspect is a little bit underused. Yeah, I gotta stop before I don't know what I say. Well, that's unexpectedly worked. shading, I suppose. It's probably gonna backfire on me almost immediately, but yeah. There. Let's screw it, I'm just gonna do shading, I don't care. Probably gonna mess this up, but actually no, wine red seemed to have worked in my favor to color in the inside of the mouth. I think I'm also going to say screw it and go for 121 for the tongue. Fluorescent coral red. Dang, that doesn't look too bad, I suppose. But then again, I have to wait until it dries, but you know what, I'm just gonna say this is a decent color. Right, next is the just gonna use cool gray for the tongue and maybe use a different shade to color in the mouth. There. All right. I think I'm just about good to go. I just had to add in the shadow work. not too bad, I guess. That there is my illustration of the world famous chicken jockey. I think it looks like a mix between good and bad, but it's just... I did draw this, so I guess we'll bask in this glory. Oh right, I forgot. I think this will have to do. Yeah. So yeah, that was my entire drawing process, I guess. Cheers.